everything? It's me, Steve. Do you mind if I come on in?
Oh, hi, Steve. I've been expecting you. Why don't you come on in and sit down? I just gotta go grab my laundry.
Sure thing, Janie. Go right ahead. Save a pair of dirty panties for me.
Hi. Do you mind if I say hello?
Okay, sure. Whatever you say.
What are you doing here?
I'm here for some fun.
What kind of fun might that be?
Sexy fun.
But Janie is only 14.
It kind of sounded a little young at first, but I'll tell you. Start talking about sex to her, I figure she's got a little bit of practice already under her belt, if you know what I mean. What are you doing here?
Well, I'm Chris Jensen with PSNBC Fateline, and we're actually doing a show on men who talk to underage girls online, and then we come to this house to meet them.
You mean I'm on candid camera? Huh?
Not exactly. This show is actually called To Catch a Whole Bunch of Predator-type Guys. Now, what did you say to Janie on your online chat? I had the transcripts right here. Ah, yes, this is pretty graphic stuff. You asked her, have you ever blanked a blank? And if not, can I talk you into it? What if I asked nicely? What if I said, pretty please, with sugar on top?
Did I really type all that?
Yes, Steve. And you also said to her, let's try blanking blanky blank style. Then you can blank my blank and I could blank yours for a while. Then you can blank blankety blank. And if you don't ever have to worry about getting pregnant, because I only shoot blanks.
I really type all that?
Blank, yes you did, Steve. And then you describe something that you want to do with her that is so bizarre, I'm not even sure it's possible, much less legal. I'm looking at the list right here. Now, what kind of sexual activity requires not only a pair of high-heeled boots, but also these things? A trapeze suspended from the garage ceiling, a giant jar of mayonnaise, a trampoline, a giant stuffed panda bear, 15 packs of bubble gum, a skateboard, an autographed picture of Megan Fox, and a complete set of the Encyclopedia Britannica. Besides, Steve, exactly what am I supposed to make of all this?
Well, I'm trisexual. I assume she was too.
Trisexual?
If it's anything sexual, I'll try it. Pop.
I have to ask you this, Steve. Are you a stand-up comic, perchance? We get a lot of those here on these stings.
Yes, I am, Chris, or at least I'm trying to be.
I mean, that's not as funny as you seem to think it is, Steve. And some of your other attempts at humor also fell flat. Like, this one right here. I'm so horny, even the crack of dawn isn't safe.
Okay, I admit that's a pretty old joke you got there.
And this one, at one point you actually typed, you can sit on my lap and we'll talk about the first thing that pops up.
Well, look, I admit it. It was really corny.
If you really want to try humor, can't you be more original than that?
I'm so ashamed of myself.
And you should be. And what about the one where you said, why don't we try 68? And then when our decoy said, what's 68? You said, that's where you go down on me, and I owe you one.
Look.
Steve, that kind of material wouldn't even go over in a Catskills crowd.
Okay, I admit it. I'll try to get better material next time.
Maybe you should just stick to knock-knock jokes.
Okay, sure. You want to try one just for practice?
If you like.
Okay. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Guy.
Guy who?
Guy who came here to meet some really hot 14-year-old chicken. Bang the living shit out of her.
All right. I mean, that's not as bad as some of your other ones, but you really need to work on your timing.
Okay, all right, I will, all right.
Look, I have to ask you this. I hope you brought condoms with you.
Yes, I did.
Oh, gee, I wonder what's in here. The old marbles in a condom box. Like I haven't seen that one a million times before. I suppose when I drop these on the ground, you're going to accuse me of losing my marbles.
Okay, you got me there. I couldn't get that one past you, Chris.
You know, if you really wanted to have first-rate material and could get it, this would be far less embarrassing for you. I mean, now the whole world's going to see how cliched your act is.
I was hoping to make my TV debut soon, but I didn't expect anything like this.
Well, if you want to have a shot on Tonight Show, you really have to have better jokes on hand. And also, maybe try and be less of a perv, okay?
Okay, all right. You know, I was planning to go to this comedy open mic today at the Fun Hut. Do you mind if I leave now?
You're free to leave here anytime you like, Steve.
Okay, I am so out of here.
Don't let the door hit you or the good Lord split you.
Do you really think I never heard that one before, Chris?
Music. Hold on, mister. Where do you think you're going, buddy?
Nowhere. Now you two cops all over my ass.
You're under arrest. You have the right to remain silent.
Remain silent. What are you kidding me? When I with this TV camera here, now I can try out all my new cop jokes. Ooh, what is that you're eating? A donut, maybe? Well, that's not too stereotypical, is it? Where did you get this idea for this wholesome, nutritious snack? This donut? Do you think this whole donut thing will catch on with all your police buddies down at the precinct house?
Oh, so you're a funny guy, huh? Well, here's good news for you. They're going to have a talent night over at Rikers Island. You can put your jokes out on a real captive audience, sir.
So that's the story of Steve, the latest guy who was caught in our sting operation. We've had plenty of other would-be comedians come to this house in the past, intending to use humor to impress our decoy. They aren't nearly as funny as they think they are, though. If you were a 14-year-old girl, would you really want to sleep with a man who sent you naked pictures of himself? Only wearing these Groucho Marx glasses? This is very common in our stings. We get the Google Eye glasses, too. I'd love nothing more than to catch someone with real talent. A young Steve Martin or the next Richard Pryor. We'd even be willing to have our legal team work on their behalf to try for a reduced sentence in prison. You've heard of time off for good behavior. How about time off for good material? I've got 1 million of them.